This quick start guide for ShotPro version 2 covers everything you need to know to get started using ShotPro. When you first open the app, you will see the project view. Here you have two options. You can create a new project or load an existing project from disk. So let's open an existing project. This will take you to the stage view where the majority of your work will be done. This button allows you to toggle the visibility of the scenes menu. Press this button to add another scene. Give it a name and hit create. You now have two scenes. If you tap once on a scene icon and hit the duplicate button, you have just copied an existing scene. You can rearrange the order of the scenes by clicking the move up or move down buttons. Let's look at stage navigation. You can pan left and right, zoom in and out, and rotate. This is accomplished by using the mouse in combination with the Option key. In the upper right corner is the selected camera output. It can be resized by sliding the mouse up and down. Working with backgrounds. Click here to bring up the backgrounds menu. You can now choose from many preloaded background images. With the size slider, you can change the size of the background plane. You can also change the elevation, bring it down or up. Import your own images by clicking the Import button. Ground, weather, ambient color, and aspect ratio. By clicking on the ground button, you get the ground menu, which has various preloaded images that can be swapped to change the look of the ground. There are three weather effects to choose from. There's rain, snow, and smoke. There's a color button which allows you to change the overall color of the scene. You can choose from a number of presets in this menu, or you can use the RGB sliders at the top to customize your color. The aspect ratio for the project can be set to 4:3, 16:9, or input your own values. Changing the duration of the scene. Tap on the input field at the bottom right of the stage view and type in the duration you would like for your scene. Sky settings. Here you can change the look of the sky between clear, cloudy, and night. Adding and manipulating props and other stage elements. Click on the orange Add button, which will take you to a new menu where you can select cameras, lights, and other objects like this rock. Once you click on it, it will appear in the stage view. You can scale it, move it, and rotate it. Let's now add a piece of road. We can move the road and place it where we want. Now let's adjust the camera. Let's zoom in. Now let's add a vehicle like this ice cream truck. We can position it and rotate it. You can set the rotation value precisely by typing it in the input field. Let's add another object like a street lamp. Now let's add a light to it. We can adjust the brightness, elevate it, now let's add an actor. Let's position him in the camera view. We can now assign an animation to him, like talking on a phone. We can add a hand prop of a phone. Using keyframes, you can easily animate any object in the stage view. Select the ice cream truck and set the initial keyframe at the beginning. Now let's move the timeline cursor to about 6 seconds. And let's move the vehicle to the final position and set the second keyframe. When we hit play, the ice cream truck animates smoothly between the two keyframes. Controlling the sun. In the environment menu, click the sun button. You can turn the sun on or off. You can adjust the height of the sun in the sky, and you can also adjust the direction of the sun. Switching focus of stage objects. In the top menu, you will see a green icon. Every time you click on it, it will switch focus and selection to a different stage object. This is useful in crowded scenes. Switching between multiple cameras in one scene. Let's first duplicate our camera. Now let's change its avatar to a drone and reposition it. Hitting the focus button brings the stage view close to the selected object. Let's adjust the camera tilt so that the camera is looking down. Zoom out a bit, and let's position it over the truck. Now let's give it a keyframe. Let's move our timeline cursor and the drone camera and make a second keyframe. Now we can see the camera will follow the truck. Let's select the first camera and create a camera cut at time 0 on the timeline. So let's move the timeline cursor to about 2 seconds, select the drone camera, and create a camera cut keyframe. Now when we hit play, we see the output of the first camera, and then the view switches to the drone camera. So we can do this multiple times with multiple cameras. Let's go back to the first camera. And now we can go back to the second camera. So we have 4 camera cuts in one scene. When we hit play, we can see the camera switching. If you want to delete a camera cut, click on it to select it and click again, and then hit the delete button. To deselect it, just click on the timeline. To move it, click on the camera cut and use the timeline cursor to move it back and forth. Exporting movies, quality settings, and 3D settings. To export your whole project as a movie, click on the export icon and follow the instructions. The quality setting will toggle the shadows and high resolution textures on and off. So if you notice your performance dropping off, you could turn off high quality. If you activate the 3D anaglyph button and hit the play project button, your project will now be rendered in 3D anaglyph mode. Grab your red and green glasses. If you select the split screen mode and hit the play project button, you get a 3D split screen view of your project. You can use VR goggles to view the project in 3D. Undo and redo. If we move the truck, we can undo these moves by repeatedly clicking the undo button. Go to Project, Save Project, Snapshot. Hitting the project button takes you to the project menu where you can open a new project. Next to it is the Save Project button, which saves your current project. The Snapshot button located in the upper right corner of the viewfinder saves the current image to your computer. Scene Notes. If you click here, you get the Notes menu. Here you can input any information regarding that scene. Each scene has its own notes. These are all searchable by the search field located in the top part of the Scenes menu. Importing objects. You can import 3D objects into ShotPro and use them as stage props. The 3D file must be in OBJ format. It must contain less than 50,000 polygons, although the less polygons the better. You can also include MTL files for materials and PNG and JPEG for images. It is strongly recommended you name all files associated with a particular object with a common name like jet.obj, jet.mtl, and jet.png. This will make it easier to manage your files. So once you have your OBJ files ready, make sure the ShotPro app is not running. Find the project folder to which you would like to add the 3D object. It will look something like this: myfilename.shotpro. Double-click this project folder and you will see a folder called custom_obj. Drag your OBJ, MTL, PNG, or JPEG files into this folder. The custom_obj folder must not contain any folders in it. It can only contain OBJ, MTL, PNG, and JPEG files. You can now run ShotPro and do the following. Click on the orange Add button and then click on Custom. You will see the name of the object that you're importing. Click on it and it will appear in the stage. You can move it just like any other prop, resize it, and animate it.